What's up, guys? It is Monday, July 8th, 2024. We're at the Bitcoin block height of 851,349. TikTok next block. My goodness, guys, what a freaking day, man. First of all, it got up to like 115, 16 degrees here in Vegas. So I could not walk around during the day and make a video. I had to wait till it cooled down a little bit. Still over 100 degrees, but it's definitely a lot cooler than it was. But the Democrat civil war is still going on. This reminds me of like the White House being surrounded by a bunch of Democrats. And if I had to guess, I'd say between 40 and 50% of the bigwig Democrats are against Joe Biden. The rest of them are pretending to be with him. And I think the other 60 or 50% of the ones that are with him, quote unquote, are just hanging on for dear life. And I'd say more than half of them are not with him. They're just saying it because they got to save face, just in case he stays around. But Joe Biden, Sleepy Joe, came on Morning Joe this morning, Joe Scarborough's show, and absolutely laid an egg. Again, the guy he doesn't have it, man. And Joe Scarborough, who is a prostitute for the Democratic Party. That's just what he is. He's a bought and paid for propagandist. There's no one on television bigger than that guy. Because at first he said, remember a couple of months ago in March, he said, F you if you don't believe that, this is the best version of Joe Biden. And then the other day, before he went on vacation and he had to eat crow, he says that Joe Biden may need to step down and this, that, and the third. And then he went on vacation for the week. And then now today, he's back on board with Joe Biden. What a fucking snake, man. What a snake. And Karine Jean-Pierre, the DEI hire, the press secretary, got into some big arguments today with some of the liberal media, not the Republican media, the liberal media. And let me explain to you about that, right? So every morning they have a White House briefing, right? Press secretary briefing, and she's supposed to tell us what's going on in the state of the union. Well, not the state of the union, the state of the country with the president and everything else. And she just gets up there and gaslights and lies and reads off out of her book and everything, and just gives you scripted stuff, and basically is an arm of what Joe Biden says, and she doesn't have one thought of her own. And they just asked her a simple question because there is a rumor that a certain kind of doctor came out to the White House for, I believe, 8 visits in 8 months. I forget what kind of doctor it was. Leave it in the comment section. I forget what kind of doctor it was that came to visit. And all they did was ask her, hey, did this doctor come to see Joe Biden? Oh, she just got so defensive about it. I mean, obviously, if the doctor didn't come to see Joe Biden, all you'd have to say is, no, he didn't come see Joe Biden. But of course he came to see Joe Biden, in my opinion. Because if he didn't, again, just say, no, he didn't. Why get all defensive about it, right? Let me say this about Joe Biden, right? And I've said this 1,000 times. He just doesn't have it anymore. He's too old, right? All he has to do is these 3 things, one of these 3 things, not all 3, just one of these 3 things, to show everyone that he's mentally fit, and that quote-unquote debate performance was not just a one-off, like he says. It wasn't just a bad night. This is all he has to do. One is have a live press conference in front of everybody. Democrat, Republican, independent media. Just do it. No teleprompter. Get up there and have a press conference and talk to them and answer questions. That's number 1. Number 2, take a cognitive test. You and Trump, by the way, both of y'all can take it. Same doctor, neutral doctor, and I'm talking about a thorough test, because according to him in that George Stephanopoulos counselor interview, because that's all it was. It was like his counselor or something was just telling him, hey, don't you think you're too old? Don't you think, he wasn't like super softball. He was hard when it comes to like asking him, staying on him about, him, his poll numbers are messed up. Don't you think you may be too old? Don't you think you should drop out? He was doing it very respectfully, but he wasn't pushing back on the stuff that he needed to. That's the second thing. Do a cognitive test. And the third thing is go on a not so friendly channel that doesn't agree with you. Go on Fox News with Sean Hannity. Go on Newsmax with what's my boy's name? Greg Kelly. Go on any of those non-friendly Republican or independent or in the middle media outlets to have them answer, have you answer tough questions. The reason why he doesn't do it is because he can't. That's why. You know it, and I know it, right? It just came out recently this weekend that when he did that first interview, I think it was Friday, the day after the debate on June 27th. It came out June 28th. He went to a quote-unquote black radio show. A black radio show. Can you imagine they had a white radio show? Anyways, it was a black radio show. These people are so racist, man. My God. I'm so sick of this shit, man. Anyways, and the black lady, admitted that not only was it scripted, but the White House sent in the questions to the lady to get them pre-approved to make sure everything was on board. I think it was 8 questions they asked her for. She asked 4 of the questions. She approved 4 of the questions. And then when she went on CNN, who's actually being a quote-unquote journalist now, she snitched on Joe Biden. And the next day, what happened? She gets fired for it. Now they're saying, oh, she just stepped down. She got fired, okay? And again, I don't see no black people saying that Joe Biden's a racist for getting a black woman fired. Again, they don't care about, these people are racist Democrats, which I don't care, by the way. I don't live my life in fear. But again, it's all about projections. Whatever the Democrats say about the Republicans or MAGA or whatever, it's just a projection of what they're really doing. When they talk about no democracy, they're really saying they're not democratic. When they talk about a dictatorship of Trump, who's more of a dictator? A guy that actually had a primary a few months ago, Donald Trump. He had a primary. Now, he didn't debate in the primary, but he had one. Or Joe Biden, who got his primary rigged and got set up to put himself in there, and now is putting his Republican counterpart trying to put him in jail and take him off the ticket, so it won't be any democracy. Who's more democratic? Who's more anti-democratic? Again, guys, it's projection. And then, of course, Joe Biden says all this racist stuff all the time. But of course, the media, they'll call Donald Trump racist. My God, we are living in a fucking clown world right now, guys. Absolute clown world. And I'm gonna tell you this right now. I was talking to my friend Sadie earlier. Love you, Sadie. And we were talking about some stuff, and I was telling her about Watergate, what happened with Richard Nixon. This, to me, is the Democrats' Watergate moment. I think it's an even bigger one, because these people cringe John Pierre because he's cringy, and the rest of these Democrats that are inside, these operatives that are inside the White House, they have to be very careful what they're saying now, because all this stuff is going to be used against them when they call them out for this cover-up, because this is a massive cover-up. Our country's whole dynamic has changed since June 27th, 2024, when that debate came out. That was a very, very stupid decision on the Democrats and I want to say Obama. The Biden's team came out and decided to do that. That is going to cost them big time. And again, they're stuck between a rock and a hard place, because I'm telling you, my dream is for Joe Biden to step down and let Kamala Harris take over as the vice president. I would love that. But again, I don't think that's going to happen, because behind closed doors and quiet is kept, they do not want Kamala Harris, the Democrats. But the black bourgeoisie and the black wing of the Democratic Party would say you're racist and sexist if you don't if you don't have Kamala Harris. These people are clowns, guys. Okay, they're clowns. So crazy day, Monday. We'll see what's going to happen this week. Do I think, because people have been asking me, do I think Joe Biden is going to drop out? Man, I don't know, because he's coming out strong saying he's not. They're going to have to make him an offer he can't refuse, like The Godfather. You know what I mean? Like, they're going to have to give him, because they're already like saying that he's a hero, he's a patriot, he's done so much for the country. They're going to have to give him and his family a bunch of money, a bunch of because the only way it's going to happen is if he drops out, if he steps down. Either he gets sick, a medical emergency, or if he actually steps out, and he either gets replaced by Kamala Harris for now, and then they do a primary later, or just have Kamala Harris step in. They're going to have to throw everything in but the kitchen sink at him as far as deals. His son is definitely going to get off scot-free with a slap on the wrist. Joe Biden's going to get some house on a hill, because she doesn't give a shit about her husband. I don't care what anybody said. That is elder abuse. Elder abuse, not elderly abuse. It is elder abuse what they're doing to this man. They don't care about him. I don't care what anybody says. I'm just going to say that because you guys know that if that was your dad or grandfather or uncle or something like that, you would not let him be going through this. You know what I mean? This is evilness, these people, man. Absolutely evil. And instead of these people, and Joe Biden, instead of these people actually talking about the policies and everything else, what do they lean back on? The Trump derangement syndrome. Again, I told you guys this. The Trump derangement syndrome, because again, they don't have any policies, right? They have fucked this country up in record time. They're just going to be talking about the scare tactics of Trump. They lie to you. Again, if Trump is so bad, right? Just think about this, guys. If Trump is so bad, why do they have to lie about him? Why do they have to have the media play defense and do all these things and do all these propaganda stuff against Donald Trump? And again, like I said yesterday, Donald Trump is still the main enemy, okay? They're going off on Joe Biden because Donald Trump is playing chess, not checkers. He's not saying anything, but they have to. The media knows that Joe Biden cannot beat Trump, so that's why they keep on talking bad about Trump. It's so funny. Can you imagine, and I said this yesterday, can you imagine if the media actually did their job, guys? If they actually covered, not even if they still had the TDS and was lying on Trump. Let's just say that, and they told the truth about Joe Biden because they lied on Trump, but they lied on Joe Biden in his favor, and they lied on Trump against him. Can you imagine if they actually told the truth about Joe Biden? Because now the gap is widening in between the polls between Joe Biden and Trump from the polls. But the only reason Trump is so, because you're thinking like, how can Trump not be leading 80-20? You know what I mean? Is because the mainstream media has lied, and there's a lot of, I hate to say this, but there's a lot of just stupid ass people out here. And again, I was talking to my friend Sadie about this. If they could fall for what happened in 2020, because you know what happened in November 2020 that I can't say on this channel, these people, unfortunately, will fall for anything. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. And again, guys, no matter what they say, no matter what they do, no matter how much they lie, just remember, you got God on your side, right? You got your family, and we got this country, and we got to stick together, man. Again, it's an information war that we cannot lose, and we will not lose, man. Get out there and just talk to as many fucking people as you can. Inform yourself first and foremost so you can get out there and teach other people. I say this all the time. Once taught, twice learned. Get out there and learn, and get out there and teach. And I'm telling you, that's just the right way to do it. And slowly but surely, we're winning, and we're going to take our country back in a peaceful and godly manner. God bless you. God bless your family. And God bless the United States of America. I love each and every one of you, and I'll talk to you soon. Peace and love, guys.